You've probably thought about putting a red dot optic on your pistol. Well, we've come to the granddaddy of all gunfighting schools, Gunsite, with Bushnell using their new red dot optic, the RXS 250. We're going to put it to the test and learn lessons along the way. Gun folks have a lot of strong opinions about what works and what doesn't. And really, what are they comfortable with and what do you trust? Especially when it comes to defensive pistols. That goes for red dots on pistols too. A lot of people with opinions, but have they put it to the test? Have they studied it? Well, we're at Gunsite. They've put tens of thousands of rounds and hundreds of students through classes with red dots, without red dots, and really figuring out what works, what doesn't, and really how to get those shooters up to speed and take full advantage of a red dot. Like a lot of people, one of the first things that's challenging about a red dot on a pistol is picking up that dot, finding the dot. It's kind of one of the first battles. So they actually ran us through a few different drills. The one I like best is bringing the gun up sooner into your line of vision.
So by getting a slight bend in the arm, you can bring the pistol up and push out, coming up from the low ready, and this lets you get on the dot sooner, picking up in the eye.
If you shot a lot of pistols and really trained yourself to look at that front sight, look at the front sight, don't look at the target, well, don't do that with red dots. It kind of doesn't take full advantage of the red dot. The idea would be you actually look at the target and then that red dot is superimposed on the target and you can see it, it's there, it's an aiming point, but you're able to keep your eyes on the target as the red dot's there. One of the drills they showed us to help us not look at the dot and look at the target is they actually put a piece of painter's tape over the front of the optic. And now you shoot both eyes open. You can't look at your target through the optic, but you can see the dot still. So it kind of superimposes with both eyes open. And that actually worked really well. A big worry with a lot of people is, what happens if the dot goes down? What if it goes down? Well, one of the big deals is dots are more rugged. And the new Bushnell, I will just tell you right off the bat, we've had about a dozen shooters for 3 days. We've shot about 8,000 rounds on about 12 different optics. 0 optics went down. For close emergency shooting, you can actually hit your target without the dot on. If the dot was to go down, if it was covered in ice or mud or snow or something weird happened. So we practiced that. A couple different ideas. One of the things is the RXS 250 actually has a flat top, and you put that flat top right across the shoulders, and then your shots are all center of mass. Now they're gonna spread out a little bit because you don't have a perfect aiming point, but at close emergency distances, all my shots were on target. Another way that was pretty interesting is you look through the optic at your target, center it up, and you're really using it as like a ghost ring sight, and still getting hits on target. That actually worked pretty good for me. Yeah, is my group tight? No, but they're all hits. And there's also kind of a whisper of the iron sights. And these are not suppressor height sights. You can't see them through the optic on this particular gun, but you can kind of reference it and tell where it is. So that was kind of cool. But it just gives you some options for not using the dot if something were to happen. The nice thing is the Bushnell RXS 250, 50,000 hours of battery life. That's 5 years. So replace it when you replace your smoke detectors or every presidential election, and you'll be good to go. Jessie and KC are top competition shooters, so they're running us through a drill working on movement. And of course, this comes from the competition world of hitting the spot and then hitting that next spot. A lot of it has to do with footwork. We're kind of saying, okay, we know how to shoot with red dots on the gun now, but let's talk about movement and all that stuff. It's all about saving time when you talk about competition shooting, so any little extra movement is a waste of time. It's something I'm not used to but it's fun to work on.
Good. All right, so I want you to drop your shoulders and then straighten your neck. There you go. You don't have to lean it back, but I just don't want you to hunch it forward.
Okay.
Good. Nice and neutral up here.
One thing about pro shooters is they know how to shoot fast and do it accurately. So they're all about efficiency of movement. And one of the bad habits that I have is what we like to call the tactical turtle. It's fun to make fun of, but it's raising the shoulders up, sticking that neck forward. Why? It's a 9mm. The recoil's not gonna hurt you. You're actually more relaxed and you're faster and more accurate if you can just keep those shoulders more neutral and the neck more neutral. So it's something I gotta work on, but we're getting there. We're learning how to use the red dot, and we've been shooting on the range, but now we're gonna put it to the test. We're taking it to a shoot house and an outdoor range with a bunch of different targets all over different distances to really see how the red dot can excel in those types of environments.
See, now all you have is that little bitty sliver in order to control.
Yeah.
Now you can start piling the rest of it. Stop. Look over your right shoulder.
Okay.
That could have been a bad guy,
Yeah,
but you didn't see anybody.
never
at all.
saw it.
This
Yeah.
is your closest threat zone was right here when you came in.
Yeah.
And holster.
Well, yeah, it took me a second to go, wait, who's pointing the gun at who here?
Yeah.
Well, this will throw you off because you see big dude holding on to this, I guess, lady, and you're going, wait, what? I mean, it did make me, give me about a half a second to go, is this right, what I'm seeing right now?
Yeah.
It's that bias
Yep.
that we have.
Yep.
Wow.
Boy, did you shoot this person over here.
Well, she's holding that new soda can gun.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is, right? Putting it all together here, the test, a shoot house, a red dot for home defense, absolutely great idea. Now, a lot of lessons learned from this. Having the gun too high, couldn't see bad guys below me, not clearing the whole room all the way into the corners. And it's one of those things that if you get a chance to do a shoot house, you're gonna learn a lot, even if it's a small shoot house with just a few targets.
On you, sir.
All right.
2 rounds. Good, nice. Good, nice. Move up to that first target there. You'll find something downrange, 45 yards.
Up here?
Yep, that's where you get a good sight picture. Low. Hit him again. Low. Hit, nice job, continue on. Good, he's down, good. Nice. Okay, hit the AK guy, 25 yards. 3, 1. High. There you go, get under cover, nice. Good, Ryan, pop back up. There's a hit, one more. That's a hit, good, holster it up. Good job.
Thank you.
Very good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What an interesting course of fire here.
Yeah, it's
great.
like a minefield here.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And you're searching, you realize the angles, and you realize that you can take a shot that you're looking, you go, I see the head,
Yes.
even though I don't have to step out like square range, just stand there.
Yeah, it's a way different ball game here.
Well, that's fun. Man, working your way through this little creek bed, lots of targets, and you realize that you can actually take those shots, especially with a red dot, because you can be more precise. I mean, shots at 25 and 45 yards, multiple shots on bad guys. That's the difference when you talk about precision. A 4 MOA dot, that's what this Bushnell has, is still small enough that you can make those shots at a further distance, but up close, it's quick to pick up. After 3 days of instruction using the Bushnell red dots, it's amazing how much more comfortable I became in that short period of time. Also, now I have things to work on. From the Gunsite instructors, they've studied this, they've figured it out. There's a reason why Special Forces competition shooters use red dots on pistols. It's faster, it's more accurate, and once you get used to it, now you're going, oh, okay, yeah, I can see why this works so well.